everyone, my name is Kiran Chaudhary and I am your biology expert at Kakshai Kiran YouTube channel. Students, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do consider subscribing and also hit the bell icon so that in future whenever I'll go live or post videos like this, you will also get notified and won't miss out any single session in future. Also consider giving me a thumbs up. Students, I am going to discuss one very frequently asked question in this video and also provide you the solution. The most frequently asked question is how to remember what you have studied, right? Very important question, and this is in fact a very generic question, be it a JEE aspirant or a NEET aspirant or any other competitive exam aspirant, right? So let us start the video with this question, frequently asked question, how to remember what you study. See students, if you are a NEET aspirant, I am a NEET biology expert, I'll stick to NEET exam. So let's talk about NEET exam. You are supposed to study 3 subjects, physics, chemistry and biology. Talking about biology, definitely it's all theory. Talking about chemistry, inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry is quite theoretical, right? And physical is calculative. Talking about physics, less of theory, more of practice, right? So, how to remember what you study? Definitely, the obvious answer is practice. Now, you must be thinking, wow, ma'am, what a new solution. What a new solution you have discovered. As if we don't know that, as if our teachers are not telling that. You're very right. I am not providing you any new solution. In fact, this is not what I am going to discuss. I am going to take one step forward, right? And I am going to be beyond that, right? What do I mean by that? Now listen this carefully, students. Definitely, practice is the key. Whatever theory you learn in biology, you understand in physics, chemistry, definitely the best way is to practice. The more you will practice, the more you will remember it. Why? Because you're applying the theory, right? So if you, for example, practice 100 questions in a particular chapter, right, that means 100 times you have made your brain revise the same concepts or the same facts or lines that you have either read in a theory book or you were taught in your class. So definitely nothing can match to practice. But what exactly I want to convey in this video is, students, how to remember what you have practiced. Yes, this is what I am going to talk about in this class. Sorry, I'm a teacher, so I forgot I said class. Okay, so in this video, I will tell you how to remember what you have practiced, right? So for example, kids, let's say if you are a serious kind of a student, a serious kind of an aspirant, and roughly there are 100 chapters. Physics, chemistry, biology, altogether 100, roughly 100 chapters. Now, if you're a serious aspirant, what you'll do, you'll practice minimum 100 questions from each chapter, right? So roughly this will be 10,000 questions. So if you are a 11th standard student right now, even you are a 12th standard student right now, or you are preparing after your 12th. So no matter in which standard you are, roughly you have to practice 10,000 questions. If you are preparing after 12, that means you have to do in a span of less than 10 months, right? If you are a 12th standard students, you get at least like roughly 2 years, right? Somewhat 20 months. Now kids, the point is, if you are going to practice 10,000 questions in that span of either 10 months or 20 months, depending whether you are preparing after 12th or with 12th, the point is, how are you going to remember what you have practiced during that whole duration of your preparation? Exam is just for 3 hours. Before your exam, let us say a week before or a 2 week before, or even let's say lesser than that, let's say 5 days before, 3 days before, 2 days before, can you revise? Can you practice all those 20? Like, for example, if you are more serious, you'll be practicing 200 questions in each chapter, then that number can even go to 20,000, right? So how are you going to revise all that 10,000 or 20,000 questions? What all you learned while practicing those 10 or 20,000 questions? Have you thought about that? If you haven't thought about that, you've got to think right now in this video with me. Think, beta, think. You need to. Why? This is very important and crucial for your preparation. Like, you have given your day and night. You have sacrificed a lot to practice either those 10 or 20,000 questions. And how bad it will be if you are not able to revise what all you have practiced. Now let us break this also. So for example, you have practiced some 10,000 questions, right kids? Now out of those 10,000 questions, let us say 8,000 questions, you got them correct in one go. What does that mean? That simply means out of those 10,000 questions, 8,000 questions are those that you will definitely get them correct even if you directly face such kind of questions in your NEET exam without even practicing at home or in your mock test. That means those 8,000 questions just need to be practiced once and that's all. Now what about those remaining 2,000 questions? Maybe kids, out of those 2,000 questions, some 1,000 questions were such that you made a mistake in it. Maybe you were tired, or maybe you forgot a formula, right? Or maybe you did not read the question properly. That means out of those 2,000 which you got them incorrect while practicing, like practicing at home or practicing in your mock test, that means you were not so attentive. So that means that needs a more attention, right? Mental attention. You need to be alert. So that means you were not bad on those concepts or facts. Now let us talk about that remaining 1,000 questions. Those are the 1,000 questions which you really got incorrect because either you do not know how to correctly apply the formula in physics, or you really did not understand the concept of physics, or you forgot the examples in biology, inorganic chemistry, or you forgot the reagents or the products of organic chemistry. Even you forgot how some of the concepts of plant or animal physiology, evolution, molecular basis of inheritance, biotechnology, such beautiful topics and chapters that actually requires a lot of concepts, right? So there can be several reasons because of which you lost on those 1,000 questions, and these are the 1,000 questions that need to be revised. Now, are you understanding? Out of the 10,000 questions that you have practiced during your whole preparation, only 1,000 questions need attention. Only those 1,000 questions need multiple revisions, right? Because there's a high chance that if any question from these 1,000 or similar to them comes in your NEET exam, then there is a high chance that you can make the same mistake again if you do not correct it or remember the mistake, right? Yeah. So here students, if you do not analyze that much, if you do not think that much, what you'll do, you'll think before your exam, yeah, I have practiced 20,000 or 10,000 questions. Man, I'm going to kill the exam. But you won't be able to, believe me, sorry to say, my dear student, because until and unless you correct your mistake, yeah, so out of 10,000 questions, if some 4 to 5 questions comes from that 1,000 questions where you made a mistake and you did not correct them, you don't know the right answer, you don't know how to get to the right answer, then this is going to cost you quite heavy, right? So you should not make that mistake, and here I am going to provide you the solution. So I have already addressed the question, the problem. If you do not know, please right now understand this is a problem, and if you already know this is a problem, then you are with the right person, I am going to provide you the right solution. So what you should do is, students, identify those questions. For example, these 1,000 questions may be roughly like 300 from physics, 300 from chemistry, and let's say 400 from biology. They will be from different topics, chapters, definitely. Identify those questions, mark them with a red pen or a highlighter, but this is not where you should end. After marking those questions, marking is the primary exercise. So that means when you are practicing a particular chapter in a particular a particular chapter in a particular subject, at that point of time, you should mark your mistake when you are checking the answers with the given respective answer key, right, kids? So primary step is just mark with the red where you have made mistake. Now, after you completed the whole chapter, revision, practice, etc., now maintain a separate copy. You should have a separate copy or register of physics, chemistry, and biology. You don't need to make separate for separate units in biology, physics, or chemistry, or with respect to separate chapters. Just make single subject: physics, chemistry, and biology. Now, in each and every register, students, for example, you made 300 questions, you got 300 questions incorrect in your physics. So try to convert those 300 questions into 300 lines. Now, 300 questions, if you convert it into 300 lines or 300 words or 300 formulas, it's up to you. It's up to you and how smartly you can condense the information of 300 questions, right, in the 300 lines in your register, right? And what that statement or line should have, it should include, in short, the question, also the correct formula, and also the answer. Answer means, I don't mean, obviously the units will change, right? So definitely the answer means how to get to the answer, the shortcut, not the numerical value, because that is going to change over there, right? So similarly, when I say answer, that is going to be more applicable for chemistry and biology, right? So make such registers. Similarly, you should do this for chemistry. Convert those 300 questions which you got incorrect into 300 lines. In 300 lines, mention the question, where you made mistake, and how to get to the right answer or the right answer. Depends upon the subject. Similarly, you should do with the 400 questions that you got incorrect in biology. In this way, students, it will be far easy to just go on or read those 1,000 lines in physics, chemistry, and biology, right? Including all, because you made 1,000 mistakes, right? So it will be quite convenient, quite easy. Even just before your exam, a day or two, you will be able to go through the mistakes that you have been doing all over the year, right, students? So if you do a mistake once, it's a mistake, but if you keep on repeating it, it becomes a sin, and such sin can cost you heavily, right? It can even snatch your dream from you of becoming a doctor, right? So I hope I have provided you a good solution and effective solution in this video. Thank you very much, students, for listening to me. And if you haven't subscribed till now, do consider subscribing to Kakshai Kiran YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up and hit the bell icon. Thank you very much.